was watching a YouTube video of this. There's this guy, right? Forgot his name, but he has this. He's a Protestant. He has this show called Wretched, and he's kind of like the Protestant version of Church Militant. So you can imagine how crazy that is, because he makes a lot of great points regarding the faith and regarding the Bible and everything, but he considers the Catholic Church to be a false church. So I saw this video, it lasted about 5 minutes, because he goes on these presentations in public where people ask him questions in public and he responds in public. And there's this video of a girl, young, you could tell she's like either in high school or in college. She says she's Roman Catholic, right? And she's a very serious one at that. And she asks him a question regarding, about can't a Muslim or can't somebody else of another faith be capable of loving God or loving? Something to that effect. Now, the question is not that bothers me. What bothers me is his response, because even though he said, with all due respect, your church teaches it wrong. No, there's no respect in that. He was cordial, but he was being false in his belief. And a lot of my Protestant brothers and sisters carry this same system of thought that the Catholic Church is somehow, wandered away from the faith or whatever. Now, here's the thing. He talked about the Council of Trent. He just attacked that directly, where they proclaimed that if anyone believes that you can be saved by faith plus works, right, is damned. That's what he said. He used the word anathema, which according to him means damned. So he was telling her that according to the Catholic Church, he's damned for teaching that, for believing that. So he really honed in on that point. So I think I felt like I had to make this video to hone in on how incorrect that is. You know here's the irony. The Council of Trent was formulated in response to the Protestant Reformation, or like I like to call it, the Deformation, because Martin Luther really messed things up. For the first 1,500 years of church history after Jesus Christ, there was only one actual church, the Catholic Church. And yes, there was the schism in 1054, but that's kind of like, it's different. It's not a Reformation. It's not really that kind of, it's different. And I could talk about that another time. Yet, this guy comes out, Martin Luther, a Catholic priest, an Augustinian monk, and, does things to scripture. And I couldn't go through the whole rambit about how he tried to remove the book of Revelation, the Epistle of James, because of his, how he makes it clear that faith without works is dead, that kind of thing. How he kind of removed the 7 books from the Old Testament, even though it stuck around in a lot of Protestant Bibles for a few more centuries. And that's another topic. But I want to hone in on what he was talking about. He used the word anathema, which means to him, damned. And he says the Council of Trent proclaimed this, as if they made this up. Here's the irony. The Council of Trent was using scripture when they made that proclamation. It says it in Galatians chapter 1. It talks about if a spirit or even an angel from heaven or a person were to present to you a gospel different from the one we have given you, let him be anathema. Right? Most translations into English says accursed, which is essentially the English translation from the original Greek. It's the same word, anathema. And the original Greek is anathema. Look. So it's funny how he says that, because he just used, in essence, something that the church used, scripture, to make a point, which is his point, that scripture alone, sola scriptura, sola fide, faith alone, he's following sad belief that Martin Luther had it down right, when, as a matter of fact, if you look at the original Greek from Romans chapter 3, verse 28, Martin Luther added the word alone, faith alone, into that verse when he translated it into the German. And that is weird, because why would you do that? Why would you be crazy enough to take the original Greek text of what scripture was? And I don't know if he knew Greek or not. I lack knowledge of that. But he deliberately added the word alone there so it could fit into his self-made theology, his man-made theology. This guy from Wretched, that's the name of the program, considers us to be a man-made religion, but in truth is, he's the one following the man-made religion. He's making up his own stuff. He's not making up his own stuff, he's following the stuff of Martin Luther, who made up his own stuff. And I feel, when I saw this exchange, I felt so sad. I felt very hurt for this kid, and listen, miss, if you happen to come across this video, I don't know if you're out there, if you have access to this, but you're fine. You're on point. We don't let this guy sway you from the one true faith that is Jesus Christ. Trust me, I was there. I've been in that ballpark. I know what it looks like there. I've been through that, so I kind of know. And so I want to just put that out there for you guys. Be careful. Be careful, and we could get more into this in another time, but I don't want to take it too long. So this is Ralph Perez, Rev 21 Films, defending the faith. Take care.